since we're here, let's head on over to Big Bad Toy Store. I'm going to look at some stuff randomly and just kind of get a feel. We're going to window shop for a while, just to do so. Here we are. We'll move me down here. We'll go to Big Bad Toy Store for a little while. So the first thing I'm going to do, because I always just let the first screens come up, and the first thing I see here is there's a weekend sale this week. So let's check there and let's window shop for a little bit. First thing that catches my mind, okay, that's cool. So these Street Fighter characters that have been coming out are crazy good. They're $100. So you better know that you want these. That's no joke, because they cost the money, but damn, they look good. I've been infinitely impressed with what I'm seeing from Storm Collectables. And it's not just the Street Fighters, but in general, Storm Collectables is kicking ass. Looks like some Jurassic World. Doesn't really apply to me necessarily. Warhammer is when I was younger, sure. This is pretty cool. These, I'm just starting to jump into these. This is also from Storm Collectables, and this is another thing that I'm actually getting into right now. And this is a money drop, okay? This here is a money drop. I bought the first one, and now I gotta wait like a month and cross my fingers that it's still there. But these seem to sell slow because they're very much for top-tier collectors. They're like, you gotta want to spend money. If you don't want to spend money, you're not going to be buying this. That's just the way that it is. It's literally the way that I'm noticing it. And these guys cost cash. But I want the three main characters from the original Golden Axe. I want all three of them. I think they're fantastic. I think they look fantastic. I think they are fantastic. I loved Golden Axe growing up. It was a huge deal for me, and still kind of is to this day, in all honesty. And it's pretty cool to see Death Adder here. But I'm noticing something. Does he have skin over the joint? Because I'm not seeing a seam on his arms. Is that a skin fold where he will be moving and there's a joint underneath of it? Or did he come with different arms? Because I'm seeing that he comes with hands. I'm seeing that he comes with an axe. Holy shit. That's insane. And I think it's on his knees too. So I'm noticing that his knees, maybe not his legs, I don't know. That's hard to see because I'm not seeing. But I notice his arms move. He has elbow movement. But I don't see any seams. So either that's a photography trick, that they're playing a trick here, or that is actually what that is. And if that's true, that is unbelievable for a figure, even in this price range. Currently, he's on sale. He's normally $130, but you're looking at an $80 figure that has skin over the skeletal frame. That is unreal for this price range. It is completely unheard of. I don't know if I've ever seen that at this price range. That's insanity to me. Razorback Records had a sale, if not still going. So, just because, we're going to go to Storm Collectables real quick, because I do want to point out a couple things that really have my interest here, big time. For one, and yes, I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to do it. I'm waiting for next month to see how my budget plays out. But I think I'm going to buy Taki. This is amazing work. First off, a little background here. Taki is by far my favorite character in all Soul Calibur history. I started using Taki on Soul Calibur 2. And I have used Taki in every single game that she has been present in since that time. I was unbeatable. And yeah, I'm talking shit. I was unbeatable in Soul Calibur 3 with Taki for a long, long time. Like, I had no fear when I picked that character. I won matches. I spent so much time mastering that one character that I literally beat all of Soul Calibur 3 with just Taki. Every single thing that you could do, every single unlock that you could get with her, I got with her. I got all the way to even fighting the actual last guy and unlocking all the missions and everything. The actual nightmare, the crazy thing, the night terror guy. I even did that. I loved Taki. And so to see this figure at this level of detail is unbelievable. And I like Taki from Soul Calibur 6. That's a solid design. It's an update to the part 2 design. And this is fantastic. It is so good. I love that extra hand. So she's got that ninja kind of pose, and then she's got the 2 swords, and then her entire design is unbelievable from the ground up. I even love, she has muscle sculpting that is so fantastic. Like, she wears that bodysuit, of course, so it leaves basically nothing to the imagination other than what's the tone of her skin under there? Because the character is so literally high-class detailed that it even has nipples on this mold, okay? It really does. That is insane that they did that. But the character model in the video game in Part 2 and 3 and 6 does. You can see the outline of her nipples in those games, too. So for Storm Collectables to go this far with the detail, to even include that, is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's a level of crafting detail that, on a personal note, is worth $100. And she's not small either. That's another thing that has to be pointed out. This is not a tiny figure that will go on the shelf and be dwarfed by other figures. She is fantastic from head to actual toe, and every single part of her seems to be crafted with an expert level of love and detail. Like that face, that's absolutely unbelievable. It's so good. It's so unbelievable good. The dimension on the armor, like right there with the mask on and off, and that's a removable piece. It's not a second head. That's a removable piece. The mask can be taken off and on. The swords can actually be sheathed. The armor seems like it's crafted above the figure. Like, that's unbelievable. It is truly unbelievable. That sword, that tarnished metal look, is fantastic. She gets the screaming face and the normal face, from what I can tell. She gets multiple hands, so she can actually do that thing that she does. It's so good. It's so good. Look at that. That's unbelievable. She comes with 2 swords, 2 faces, the removable mask, the 2 weapons, and she's got 6 pairs of hands. Pairs of hands. That's unbelievable. That figure is unbelievable. And because of the ponytail, her head will never be obstructed by the problem that so many female figures have. So many female figures have problems where the hair gets in the way, like it goes down over the shoulders and you want them to have long hair and everything, but then they move their head and they're like, well, that's all I got. That's the best I can do for you. That will never be a problem for her. This, at $100, it's worth it. That is a $100 price tag figure. It sounds crazy. And we're talking about a 1/12 scale also, by the way. So like I said, she won't simply be dwarfed by something else. She will stand anywhere from 6 to 7 inches. So she'll be in scale with some of my Masterverse figures, and hopefully she'll be in scale with another figure that I have on the way. I bought the Red Sonja. And we'll go look at that here in a minute. But I bought the Red Sonja. It is on the way. And it looks absolutely fantastic, and it's mind-blowingly cool, and, look, I'm looking forward to it. You said Shiva. I saw that, Jake. You said you wanted to look at Shiva, and I see a new one. I didn't see this Goro until just today. But Shiva's down here, and look, this is another thing too. This collectible line, it's very true to the actual source material. Just like I was saying, where they actually they went out of their way to actually put the nipple outlines on Taki. That is a ridiculous amount of detail, but when you're buying a $100 figure, it better look exactly like the game. This Shiva has leg veins. Leg veins! I mean, what? That's so good. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. The amount of detail. Like, it's just mind-boggling. It really is. Now, this is not a character I'm going to be buying. But that doesn't mean I cannot admire what is going into it. That is unreal. It's so well done. It's so unbelievably well done. And it looks like the articulation and posing and everything is absolutely on point. Independent toes. I think I just saw that. Are those independent toes? They might be a single piece. I think that's a single piece of plastic that moves up and down. But I don't know, because right there, I think it's independent. I think they're a pair of toes. I don't think it's what I thought it was for a second. For a second there, I actually thought she had independent toe movement, like from left and right toe. That's not what's going on here, but that's so good. That is so good. That's unreal. I mean, the detail on these Storm Collectables is just unbelievable. Storm Collectible is not messing around. Storm Collectible is not Marvel Legends. It's not a retail item. Storm Collectible is when you want extraordinary, high-class figures for essentially what I do. I now dabble in action figure photography. So if you've, I don't know if that's going to become a thing where I come in here on the videos and actually show that off. I don't know if that's going to become a thing. But every single time I unbox one of my figures, I usually unbox my figures and then kind of go over them and do like a half-an-hour episode where I talk all about it. And then I go from there, I go further along and check out and actually do like photo shoots and whatnot. Let's look at this Goro, because damn, look at him. Look at that. He's got veins right here coming off his chest that actually go down into the arm and across the shoulder blades. He has, look at his elbows. Look at his elbows. They went out of their way to add that's there. It's there. It's on his elbows. It's unbelievable. Storm Collectables, man. It's just, if you got to give it up to somebody that's doing unbelievable sculpting right now, it's Storm. I can't wait till I have a couple of these in my hands. Like I said, I have 2 of them right now. 2 of them that are on their way. I have the Taki, which I'm going to be buying, but I'm in a rush in a way, but I'm not in a rush in a way, because I will be getting her. Like, that necklace is unbelievable. I'll be putting her on order here in about a couple weeks. I need 2 paychecks to come in to guarantee where my budget is sitting, and then I'm going to be buying her. And then I also have the first purchase of the Golden Axe figures that I want. He comes with 3 heads, man. Dude, he's so cool. Looks like the fingers have independent movement as well on this hand down here. I don't know. Maybe I'm imagining that. Maybe that's just the little thing. No, it's not independent. It's that's the strap that's going over the finger so that it can go around the hand so it can look like it's coming off the gauntlet. That's what that is. It's just incorporated into the hand. No, it's fantastic still, though. But yeah, Taki doesn't show up until 3rd quarter, so I'm in no rush. I do want to get her pre-ordered so I don't miss out on her, because if there's a character that I am absolute FOMO, which is something I'm pretty good about killing. I don't really do the FOMO thing anymore. I've pretty much completely obliterated that part of myself. I don't really do the FOMO thing anymore, but if there's a character I'm FOMO, it's that Taki, because she's such a big deal to me. So this is the one that I just bought. This is coming my way. Yes, I spent $130 on a single figure. I did it. And you know what? I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. Because I've argued this before. Your collection should mean something to you. Everything that you collect should be an absolute museum to something about you, something that says something about you. And this one does. Me and my daughter, for a month now, have been playing Golden Axe. I don't know why, but she was all of a sudden into it. It could just be as simple as she wants to play games with me. And now she's at that stage where she can do it. She's competent. She doesn't get mad about losing. We can lose, kind of complain about it, give ourselves a 10-minute break, and then come back to it and play it again. And specifically, the one we sat with was on the original Sega Genesis, Golden Axe 1. We sat with it long enough and lost over and over and over and over and over again until we developed, hey, I'm going to get this guy at the top, you get this guy down here. Help. Get him. We're going to pincer attack this dude. Walk off to the side. Hey, you handle the jump kicks on this one. That kind of stuff is unbelievable. It's a feeling that you get with your best friend while you're playing games, and then you get that perfect communication going. And it just brought Golden Axe back to me. Golden Axe was one of my favorite games when I was growing up because I like Conan the Barbarian. I like Red Sonja. I like Xena the Warrior Princess. I've always been a huge fan of this stuff. And here it was, this game that I loved. And I saw this figure a couple of times. And then Gwen was like, hey, I want to play some games with you. And we went to the emulator on the Switch. And I was like, I used to love Golden Axe. And she's like, let's try it. I put it on. We play the first time through and we die. And she goes, let's do that again. And I'm like, really? We beat Golden Axe 1, and she immediately is like, were there others? And I'm like, there are. There's a part 2 and a 3, and I have part 2 and 3. And then there's a remake of part 1 on the PlayStation 2, and I have that. And she's like, let's beat them all. And we've been working on it. Every time she comes over now, we're playing Golden Axe. And so that just kind of brought it all back to me. This was the character I used the most in Golden Axe, and I still do to this day, because Tyra's Flare, that's Red Sonja. To me, that's what it was. It was the closest to playing Red Sonja or Xena the Warrior Princess that I could get back then. And so this is my first buy in both Storm Collectables and Golden Axe in general. I want the 3 main characters from Golden Axe. Now, she has fantastic posability, just like the other characters, except for, and I don't know this for sure, I think this part, I think her upper craft up here, her bust, I think that moves. She'll have this kind of movement, but she will not have any ab crunch, and I think they do that on purpose to maintain the form so that everything always looks as well as they can have it look. I think that's on purpose with Storm Collectible, and McFarlane does the same thing, in all honesty. He often will avoid the ab crunch because he doesn't like to break up the form. I think parts of her hair move, so I think that's really cool too, because the changeability in her is fantastic. The movability, the way some of, like, I think she has 2 different heads, and I think part of the hair moves. I don't know that for sure. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. Look at that. That's fantastic right there. That is an absolute fantastic, because she does that in the game, and that's actually cool. So we have a hair that like flutters. We have like a flying back hair that's kind of like an action hair, and then we have a standing hair. That's fine. So it's 2 different head sculpts. I thought because of the way this came down that maybe her hair moved. It doesn't, but it still looks like she gets plenty of movement in that head, and that jump kick is something that she specifically does. She does the dragon kick in the game. Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, welcome to the stream. There's her fighting skeletons and everything. It looks like it's going to be fantastic. I don't see how it wouldn't be. I don't see how it wouldn't be fantastic. I mean, and I'm right. Her upper torso moves. They didn't give her ab crunch, but I know why. And on a photography level, when I start taking pictures of her, I'll probably be happy that she doesn't have this like hit in the middle of her tummy, because it allows for you to get scenes like this, which still look very dynamic and very cool. I won't be able to fold her up like that. So you have to watch certain movements you can't do, but she's still so good. These are the 3 characters I want. I want Blue Conan. That's what he is. I don't care what his name is. He's Blue Conan. And this is the character my daughter plays all the time. She always plays the dwarf. It's her favorite character. She uses it every single time we play, except for part 3. He's not in part 3. But yeah, because she loves that character so good, like, that's the second one I'm buying. He's going to be the last that I invest in. Blue Conan will wait. That's fine. I bought her first because A, that's the character I like to use the most. It's the character I've used since I was a child. And B, because she's essentially Red Sonja, and that's it. And yes, to answer a question that was dropped in the chat a little while back, and I didn't say anything about it because I was waiting, yes, she comes with the dragon. She comes with the dragon. That's a thing. You get the dragon, you get Tyrus Flare, and you get Flamethrower Breath. You get a flame effect. So, yes, this is the whole package, the figure right here. You don't get the skeletons. But this, you get that. And the crafting detail, the muscles. She has fantastic musculature. And not only that, she has what looks like a scar mark. That is unbelievable. And there's imperfections in the dragon skin. Look down here by his butt. Look at this dragon butt down here. There's a part where all the scales and everything seem kind of uniform, and then you come down here to this one dot right here. It might not seem like that much, but that's a small imperfection in the dragon skin. And this, where it kind of curves right here, and it's a very definitive couple lines of bumps, that's where the dragon could have got cut a long time ago, and he healed. He has skin folds. I mean, the work that was put in to these figures is unbelievable. It deserves praise. I know why Storm Collectables costs what it does. Storm Collectables seems to be the kind of thing where they don't care that it's going to cost you a lot of money. They're not costing out of anything. All the paint apps that are necessary to make these figures what they are there. All the sculpt application that is required to make the figure what they are is there. And all the articulation that is required without costing out is there. You will pay the money to get it that way. It will cost you pennies. But look at that sword. Look, she gets a normal face with standing hair, and an action face where she's got that mean scowl, that very Red Sonja, I'm done playing look. I love that. With the flailing hair, she's an absolutely fantastic sword. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 different pairs of hands. Fantastic. She gets a dragon and a flame effect. All of these things are from the game. Such a detailed representation. Look at that sword. Look at that tarnished metal, the individual rungs all the way down across her hand right here. Look at the fingers on the hand. Like the paint job that lets the light actually reflect off the muscles and everything like that. It's fantastic. Look at the neck. Look at the lines on the neck. Man, I'm telling you. Yes, you pay stupid money for a Storm collectible. But isn't it worth it? Like, look right there. There's a tiny scar where she may have been stabbed or hit at some point in her life. It's not on this side. It's on the other side. So you could see it like right here. There's this little imperfection on her skin right here on her hip. That is a level of detail that is unreal. You can really see it here. It's a minor thing, but it's right there in the picture. It's a small imperfection, which looks like it could be a scar mark where she may have got hit years ago. That's unreal detail. That is unreal detail. It's so good. It's so good. Yes, this figure cost me $135. $4 shipping. It's a flat rate on Big Bad Toy Store. I can agree with that. At $4, I paid $140. I get the dragon and I get her. You know what? I'm fine with it. I'm fine for paying quality. If I only get one figure a month, and my figure budget is currently set at $100 a month, so that means that I can't buy something for a while, or I have to buy something pretty small in the next month, or I have to save in order to guarantee my budget reaches this. And you know what? I will do it. I will do it. No questions asked. I will do it. This is Blue Conan up in here. Blue Conan comes with everything you see here. Get Blue Conan with a mighty sword, mighty blue trousers. Those are good shorts. Nice and blue. Check out that dragon. That's a red dragon, by the way. And 2 skeleton warriors. That's right. That's everything you get with the mighty Blue Conan. He's so good. He's so good. He's the most expensive one of the entire pack. He costs the most. He's the last one I'm going to get. Axe Battler is going to take me a minute. But he is really cool. He is Conan the Barbarian. He has fantastic muscle sculptures. The same thing with his dragon, which this could very well be a repaint of the other dragon. And I think it is. I don't think that's a recast of the dragon. I don't think they did a separate mold. I'm pretty sure it's a paint. But I'm okay with that. The head looks like it might be different. So they may have changed 1 or 2 parts and then repainted it. You know what? I'm fine with that. Because for what these things cost, when they can save me money without sacrificing what this is, thank you, Storm Collectables. But I get it. Axe Battler. Yes. I love this. We got the skeleton, and he comes with different weapons and everything. And the skeleton looks really cool. I'm wondering how he'll balance when I actually have a chance to do photography for him myself, like how well he'll balance. But there's 2 skeletons. He will specifically come with 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of hands, but I think some of these are also skeleton hands. So keep that in mind. We may be looking at 2 sets of hands for him and 2 sets of hands for the skeletons. They will come with swords. They will come with shields. He comes with his sword, and he comes with his manliness. He will come pre-packaged with absolute manliness. He will be a straight-up Conan the Barbarian man figure. Straight-up man. He will be a man. It's so good. It's so good. I really love it. I really, really love it. And yes, how you doing in here, man? Welcome to the cast. Welcome to the stream. Reminds me of the detailed quality of War Duke from Neca. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. It does. It very much reminds me of Neca. Now, Neca is another one of those toys that they put a lot of detail in for the price point that they're at. They're fantastic. They really are. Most of the time, if you can get a NECA, if you're interested in something like that, and I do have one thing that I personally want. I want Frankenstein, and I want The Bride, and I want to put them on my movie shelf because that's kind of like me and my wife. We both like Frankenstein a lot, and I just thought it would be like a cool thing that me and my wife, we have this thing that we do. Specifically, our thing that we like to do is we like to watch movies together, like all the time. It's a thing. We love to watch new movies, old movies, and kind of dissect them and talk about them and everything. We love movies. And that's a thing that I share very deeply with my wife, is we just love watching movies. So I would love to get something that's movie related that kind of fits a couple's deal that also kind of ties back to the older movies that sometimes we like to watch. I'd love to put that on my movie shelf. And NECA does a fantastic 2 of them. So I would really love to put that on my shelf. I think that'd be fantastic. But he costs $230. He's the most expensive in the set of Storm Collectables that I'm currently going for. The last one is another 134 drop, and this guy, this is Gilius Thunderhead, and he will specifically come with the chicken dragon thing that you get in the original 2 games. I think they're in the first game and second game. I think they may be in all 3 games, actually, now I'm thinking about it, with Golden Axe. But yeah, he's cool too, and this is the next one that I'm buying, because it's so good. This is the character that my kid likes. This is the character that she uses every time we play. She likes the little dwarf man with the huge axe. And so this will be cool. I'll buy this. And then I think that this might actually get her interested. She might actually come and do a couple of my photography shoots with me and actually do some of the photography once she sees this guy. Look at that beard. Look at that beard. Look at that angry face, man. That's fantastic. That's a fantastic angry face. That's a fantastic beard. Them is fantastic sculpted muscles. Them is fantastic wraps right there. Look, he has hand veins. It's unbelievable. Storm Collectables, man. I'm an absolute for Storm Collectables. I don't buy them often because all I've done is buy 2 of them. But the fact remains that when you get a chance to get a Storm Collectible, and yes, it's going to cost you money, and yeah, I get how that can make you feel sometimes. We don't like to lose our money, but man, if you're gonna collect figures and you're gonna jump into high-end figures, you got to be willing to pay high-end money. That's the way it is. If you want if you want Death Adder, here he is. You're gonna pay money for him. That's the way that it is. And I've heard people complain, it's just too much money. It's too much money. I won't argue that fact. And I won't argue that your finances are your finances and you should very much watch what you're going to do. Because you don't want to put yourself into a corner and be stupid. But, that being said, if you're going to invest in figures and you want high-end stuff, you need to be willing to put on the back burner the idea that you're going to buy 4 or 5 Marvel Legends at $30 a pop, sometimes more. Just wait, pass on 3 Marvel Legends, and buy something amazing. Buy something incredibly high-end that when it goes on your shelf, everybody's going to say, holy shit, man, that is cool. I mean, it's worth it. It's worth the investment. When it's not worth the investment, I will tell you it's not worth the investment. But when it is, it really, really is. That Death Adder is sweet. It's so good. He's on sale. It's so, like, I can't spend a single penny. I can't. I won't. We're window shopping, but on sale, it did catch my attention. It did. We have the entire wave of Masterverse Wave 2, which I'm only missing... Oh, I guess I'm missing 2 characters from this. Because I need Beastman and I need Spycore. We got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ultimate Krang. And now he's at the price that I would tell you could buy him. For a long time, he's been at like $60 with the other Super 7 characters. And no. Yeah, he looks way better than the original toy that we got. Yeah, he's a perfect reimagining of that toy that we got. Let me close this because I'm getting a lot of outside noise. I don't know if that's picking up on the mic. But he's not worth it. He's not worth it compared to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that you can get from this wave. And by the way, that's another thing. There's so much that I'm moving towards right now. Because I plan to buy the rest of the Turtles. I don't know when. As soon as I can do so, I would like to. But it is going to take me. It is going to take me some minutes to do it. I have to do them one at a time, and they're $60 a piece, and I have 3 Turtles left to get. And hopefully, I can get them all. Hopefully, I can get them all. They seem like they've stuck around for quite a while, so I'm going to hope so because I want them. But like, yeah. It's money, and every time I buy something, it means that I can't buy something else, and that is the way that it is. You got to take care of your own stuff. Look, there's nothing wrong with being an adult collector, but that key word that comes in front of it, take care of your stuff first. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'll ever say about it. Otherwise, I completely support the idea that if you're an adult, you like a childish thing, just like it. Who gives a shit? That's cool. That foot soldier is cool. I really like it. That's another thing I'd like. I have the Shredder and I have Leonardo from this collection. I'd like a foot soldier to go with my Shredder. And I would also like the other 3 Turtles that I'm missing. Because I need Donnie, Mike, and Raph. I'm not going to buy Splinter. I don't think I'm going to do that. And I don't think I'm going to buy April. But those I would like. I would like to finish the Golden Girls Dorothy action figure. This is also from Neca, by the way. The Golden Girls, that's pretty wild. I I thought about it a couple of times, getting that for my wife. She loves the Golden Girls, and I found a pack that has all 4 of them in there, and I know that she wouldn't see it coming. I know she wouldn't see it coming. She doesn't watch my videos, but I know she wouldn't see it coming. I would shock the crap out of her. That's one of her favorite things. It's something she shared with her grandmother when she was growing up and everything, and she's really got a thing for the Golden Girls. She really loves them. She wants to go to this Golden Girls con, and she also has like her wallet is Golden Girls and things like that. She loves them. And so there's a pack on here for like $130 that has all the Golden Girls. It has every single one of them in there. And I've thought about it. I've thought about getting it for her because I really honestly think that she'd flip out about it. And yeah, I have this right here. She's on sale right now. I have this figure right now. She's on my shelf right now. Now that I'm looking at this, it kind of makes me go, man, I remember that when I was... Yeah, this Mezco Toys, the 112. Yeah, she's on my shelf right now. Yep. It's kind of wild. Now that I'm staring at it, it kind of blows my mind. I bought that a long time ago. It was a lot more expensive back when I bought it too, by the way. It was not an $80 figure. It was a little bit more expensive. It was at so I found it at basically like a comic store, and the comic store basically said, okay, we have it, you want it, we're selling it at like $100. And I remember I really fought with myself on that one, but I happened to have a deal because I went to this comic store all the time, and I could take like 40% off the sale price of a full cart of stuff. So whatever I bought, if I bought 140 comic books, I could take 40% off of it, and it worked on anything in the store. And I said, let me get that Wonder Woman right there. So I got it for way cheaper than what it was going to cost me. But yeah, I bought mine at a real penny. In fact, I still have the box sitting over in the cubbyhole right now. I am going to, because I have a feeling, I heard a box get dropped off out there, and it's got to be one of two things. It's got to either be the figure I ordered, the one we were talking about earlier, or it's got to be my dog's medicine. Either one shouldn't sit out there, so I'll be gone for like a minute and a half or something like that. Not very long. I will be right back. I don't intend to disappear. I gotta go check. Yes! Big Bad. I'm opening this right now. I'm doing it right now. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, yes. Oh, my God, yes. Oh, shit, she's heavy. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, man. That artwork on the front of the box is sick. Look at that. That is so good. That is straight up fantasy artwork right there. I love fantasy artwork. That's like, fantasy artwork's my favorite artwork. That's so good. On the side here, we got this cool dragon and everything with her. That's cool. That's really super reflective. The detail in it is really sharp. It really helps it come off the box. Not the same on the back, but still a cool display in terms of the box art in general. That's still really solid. And it looks like the other side also has the same dragon on it. The top just says Golden Axe. Same here. And it's real hard to see. Like, I'm looking inside there. There's a lot. This is so crazy. That's going to be fantastic. She's going to be absolutely fantastic. I can't believe that showed up like right when I was talking about it. That is so cool. That is so cool. Man, she looks good. I can only kind of see her through the box. She looks great. She looks fantastic. I can't open her though. Not here like this. I gotta. She has to be an episode. She has to be a full episode where I can talk about Red Sonja and everything like that. I'm almost saddened that I have one more He-Man video to do to get to get to the other thing that I'm trying to do, because I'm trying to get the I'm trying to get both the He-Man. I need to get the He-Man video done where I talk about movie He-Man, because he's a thing, and then I need to look at all the variants except for Faker. He's not going to be here. He's still on pre-order for things like Big Bad Toy Store, and since he's still on pre-order, I'm not going to have him. But I need to look at the last He-Man, and then I need to put them all in a bracket and say who is the best looking He-Man, who's from worst to best, who's the best He-Man released in Masterverse. I want to go in here real quick, and I want to look. So that one showed up. Now, Red Sonja, by the way, this one right here, she's on the way right now. She's on the way right now. So she'll also be arriving from Big Bad, and she'll be... the reason I know she's on the way, I know Big Bad's going to get stock of them real soon, is because the official Red Sonja Instagrams are currently showing the figure off. They got her. And if they've got her, she's going to be sent out real soon. Now, this still sits in the same range. You're looking at $75, $80 when you consider that there's a $4 shipping and handling fee. This character is not on the same level as Storm Collectables. This is a company, it looks like Executive Replicas, Loose Collector. But I will say that for what it is, it looks fantastic. And I don't even know if these pictures do it justice yet, because I heard back when they first released these pictures, and I actually went over these pictures on the video at one point. I heard that they got some complaints about the character sculpt, and they went back in and changed things to kind of match up what people were asking for. So they went up and they fixed her bust size or something like that. They fixed that out, and they kind of altered the hair to allow for more movement or something like that. And they kind of recasted a couple things, and they evidently fixed this thigh gap, because this thigh gap is ridiculous. And I don't mean the thigh gap in terms of her being a woman. I mean this. This was evidently way worse than it is now or whatever. And so these pictures, I think, are still of the original stuff back when they were first going to release this, but evidently they've went in and they fixed a lot of this stuff with the early production, and so what we're going to get is going to be even higher quality than what these pictures even show, and that's something I'm really looking forward to. But that's the Red Sonja that I currently have coming from Big Bad, and she's going to be really, really solid. I'll be interested to do stuff with her and Tyrus at the same time.
I have spoken. Take what you will from it.